Hey guys, hope everyone's having an awesome evening. Just wanted to come on here for just a few minutes. I just felt such a prompting of the Lord to share this message with you. Um, there's two voices right now in this hour, and the voice of faith is the one that is empowering the kingdom, and the voice of fear is the one that is causing chaos, confusion, and it's causing everything to derail in your life. And it's time for you to tune in to that voice of faith. And the Lord had been speaking to me today, Psalms 91. And I know with all this coronavirus and things that is just absolutely blowing up the internet, blowing up every aspect of the news media, people are in like a state of chaos and fear. And I totally get that you need to be prepared, and I totally understand that you need to be aware of this virus and take care of yourself, take care of this temple. I totally do. But the Lord had just been speaking to me Psalms 91. It is such a powerful, one of the most powerful and most favorite Psalms for me. I mean, it is. I love Psalms. That is one of my very most favorite. But there is such power in that. Such promise in that. And, we have the DNA of the kingdom. The glory is our birthright. Miracles, signs, and wonders are there for us to take hold of, to see, to see it manifest. Revival. It's time for that revival. And, this coronavirus, I know it sparks such fear in people. And I just want to help you to alleviate that fear right now and know that God has got you, and He will always, always take care of His own. But He kept directing me to Psalms 91, and He kept saying there's two voices here. There's a voice of faith and there's a voice of fear, and which one are you going to let arise? And I understand, it's a very sad situation for those that have become so severely ill with this and have lost their lives. And, us as the church, it's our time to stand. It's our time to get in that posture of prayer and to begin to call upon heaven, not to be driven by fear. Fear is of the enemy. God does not give you the spirit of fear, but of peace, love, and a sound mind. And He led me to Psalms 91. I mean, it has been on my mind this entire week. I mean, everywhere you scroll on Facebook, toilet paper shortages everywhere. And you see that fear that has been sparked by the media. But let that voice of faith arise, that voice of the kingdom. Know that your DNA is in the kingdom. Your glory, that is your birthright. And it's time to see, I believe that this will spark revival. I truly do. But it's time for the church to wake up. And it's time for the church to take up that heavenly authority. We are seated in heavenly places. And it is time to grasp on to that heavenly authority and not let the devil back you in a corner. But it's time for us to back him into a corner. It's time for us to come together right where you are. There is no distance in the spirit. And to take authority, that heavenly authority over our families, our homes, our regions, every single territory from the north, south, east, and west. It is time to use that authority given to us by heaven and to stretch it out and begin to call upon heaven, to begin to bombard heaven with our prayers and our cries and our declarations, knowing that God hears them, everyone knowing that they are rising before the throne as a sweet smelling incense. And He had led me to Psalms 91 to come on here live and to read it over these airways. And wherever you are, I pray that you will join with me in reading this. In response to this virus, in response to this chaos that the devil is just continually feeding upon. Don't let him cause that chaos and that turmoil in your mind. So as I read Psalms 91, I encourage you to read it with me. Speak it with me. There is power in the spoken word. When we speak it forth into the atmosphere, things begin to shift. They begin to change. They begin to move. But it needs to exit your lips. right now. I'm going to read that, and I pray that you will join with me. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold, and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For He shall give His angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because He hath set His love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and shew him my salvation. There is such power in that psalm. No plague shall come nigh thy dwelling. He shall give His angels charge over you, to keep you in all of your ways. You dwell under the shadow of the Almighty. Think of how powerful each and every one of those words are, the power that they carry. There is power from Genesis to Revelations. Every single word of God is power-packed. And you let that Psalms 91 cover you this day. Set it above your doorpost and the doorpost of your heart. Just continue to let it cover you and your family. That Psalms 91, like I said, He kept leading me there. It's one of the most powerful Psalms. During a time in my life, I quoted that Psalms every single day. And I know firsthand of what that powerful psalm can do, because I saw it transform a situation that looked totally hopeless, and I continued to speak it into that situation, looking only with eyes of faith, holding to that psalm, because that psalm during that time was all that I had. And everything in my natural eyes looked hopeless, but I continued to speak that every single day. Whether I was driving at night, whenever it seemed like the devil turned up the furnace 7 times hotter on me, I continued to speak that Psalms. And that's why it has become such a special one, a dear one to me. That's the one that's my go-to right there. I love every single word in the Word of God. But Psalms 91 does hold a special place in my life and in my heart, because I saw what God did through that firsthand. As I used that, I spoke that every single day into that situation, and I saw it completely turn around before my eyes. That is the power of God. That's what it does. It turns everything around. It stops the enemy in his tracks. It will stop the virus in its tracks, because that is the power of God, and that is what covers us, and that is what keeps us. So I speak to each and every one of you out there to be of good courage and to be of peace, and know that the Lord thy God, He goes before you and He covers you and your family. And that is my prayer for you, that He covers you and He keeps you. And by that Psalms 91, just as I read that a minute ago, I speak that over each and every one of you that is tuning into this broadcast. I declare it and speak it over your life and over the lives of your family right now, in Jesus' mighty name. He will keep us to the very end. He has got us. So do not fret, do not be afraid. The Lord thy God, He is with you. He goes with you. He stands beside you. He surrounds you. When it looks like we are surrounded only by Him. So you know who you are. You know where your DNA originates from and what your birthright is. So continue to stand and to stand strong and not be moved. We shall not be moved. The gates of hell shall not prevail. In Jesus' mighty name. And I just wanted to come on here and take these few minutes and share this with all of you out there, my beloved brothers and sisters, and know that I love each and every one of you, and I bless you.